Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. In this lecture, we will see how the soil has to be prepared for taking the PCC. And before that, we need to understand one more thing. That is, see, whenever we do the excavation, isn't it? We have to take care of that. That is keeping the safety in mind. See, if you're doing an excavation of, let us say, 3 feet or 4 feet, it's not a huge depth. So we don't have issue with that. Imagine you're doing an excavation for, let us say, 6 feet and 7 feet. In that case, we need to take care of the safety measures. So that is why we are looking at here. Look here how they have done the excavation. In this case, for example, let us consider we are supposed to do an excavation of, let us say, 10 feet. So directly this 10 feet excavation, directly you're not going to do the 10 feet excavation in this way, right? From here, you're not going to do a 10 feet excavation. Okay. Again, what will happen if you straight away cut the soil? There's a chances that if it's a loose soil, it's going to collapse from here. So that is why we are going to make in case has a step. So that is why you can see it here. See, from here we have done excavation. After that, we are given this a kind of a step, and then again we are going to do the excavation. So especially in cases of trenches and all, this is how we are supposed to do. Other than that, this is how the shoring is done. So these are called as shoring. So if there is a loose soil and all, what will happen if you don't give this shoring? Then again, there's a chances of all the soil falling from here. If it is a loose soil, then whatever soil you excavated, no, it will come back into the pit. So I don't want that to happen. So that is why we give a support, and which we call it as a shoring. You can see it here. So these are called as shoring. Again, this is how it is to be done. Shoring for stable soil, shoring for loose soil, and shoring for long trenches. So in this way we have to do. But again, as I mentioned, if it is a smaller projects, you don't have to do. Okay. And also, where I used to work in the previous company, since it's a multinational company, so whenever we were doing excavation, let us say it's a 2 meter or 3 meter excavation, we used to do a barricading something like this. You can see it here. It's an excavation what we have done, and then we are going to erect 4 poles here, and then with the help of this barricading tape, you have to barricade in this way, so that a person who goes closer to this, he knows that excavation has been done, so he has to take care of himself. So what will happen if he falls in the pit? Again, that may lead into some problem. Again, it's a bad name to the company, and also if there is some accidents and all, which we don't want to happen in the construction side. So proper safety measures has to be taken. And also when we work in a bigger projects, we have a separate engineer called as a safety engineer who takes care of all these things. Again, you can see here they have done the excavation and they are doing a barricading here. Okay, so this is how it has to be done. So I hope you have understood up to here. So that is why if you can relate this with the previous example. So when we did the excavation here, you can see we did not straight away did the excavation here. Straight away we did not do the excavation. What we did, we gave a small, of course we gave a small stepping here. From here we have done the excavation, a small stepping. You can see it, isn't it? So straight away we have excavation, a small step we are given, and then we have done the excavation. So that is to make the soil stable. Otherwise, if you straight away cut it, there's a chances of collapse of your soil, which is not advisable, right? Yeah. So having said this, we'll go back to the main thing now. Next is about the preparation of the soil. So what exactly is this preparation of the soil? We'll see. So whenever we have done the excavation, with the help of an excavator we have done. So this excavator cannot give you a complete good surface. In the sides, what will happen? It will be something like this. Even the bottom is not won't be very exactly horizontal. There may be up and down, right? So that you have to prepare it properly so that you can keep the PCC over that. So you can see it here. Once we have done the excavation in this way, it's not a proper surface. Once the excavation is done with the excavator or a JCB, the soil is leveled with the help of a laborers, since the excavator cannot give a uniform surface. 2 laborers are deployed at the excavation pit, and with the help of a pickaxe and an earth rammer, the soil is leveled uniformly. So what you usually do, see, now you can see the sides, no, they're not properly dressed up, right? You have to properly remove this excess soil. Even you can see the bottom, it's not uniform here. A lot of stones you can see. So with the help of 2 laborers, we'll deploy the 2 laborers, and with the help of a pickaxe, they're going to remove that excess, let us say 50 or 100 mm, and then they're going to do the ramming over that. So you can see this is a rammer what we have. And in this way, they are going to do a ramming so that you are going to get a horizontal surface. So you can see with the help of pickaxe, whatever extra soil is there, you'll try to take it out. And these are called as earth rammers, what you usually get in the market. With this, you're going to do the compaction to that. So this is a kind of a earth rammer. So finally, we want a surface something like this. Now you can see, look at the sides, how it has been cut. It is properly uniform, isn't it? And even look at the bottom, it is very good. So this is what we require. And you can see it here also. Look at the sides, how it is properly dressed. They're properly done the dressing of this. And then finally, this is also very good. And then we can lay the PCC. Now, why this has to be done? Who has to do that? The contractor has to do that. Again, if I go back to the BOQ, what was written in the BOQ, if you had observed it properly, what they have mentioned it here, earthwork excavation, all type of soil for foundation of buildings, culverts, water supply, sanitary lines, and electrical conduit, either in the pits or trenches in 1.5 meter and above. So what they have written in ordinary soil, including the dressing, you just concentrate on this particular line, including dressing the bottom, including dressing the bottom and the sides of the pits and the trenches, and stacking the excavated soil clear, right? That means all these things is written by the written in the BOQ. So that when the contractor does that, no, he has to do everything. He cannot say that I've only done the excavation, the sites I'm not going to do. No, it's written in the BOQ. According to that, he has taken up the contract, and based on that, he has to do the execution. So all these things, as an engineer, we have to make sure it is being implemented on our site. So once this is done, next what we are supposed to do, next is, this is done to get a uniform surface, that is compaction of the soil by the compactor or preparation of the PCC. This is done to get a uniform surface, and if any loose soil is present, by compaction it will be compacted. The soil before the excavation will be in an undisturbed state. That means, see, whenever we did an excavation, what happened? We had that initially the soil was very stiff, right? It was a undisturbed soil. So when we did an excavation, we actually disturbed the soil, right? Now finally we want a uniform surface. So either you can make use of the earth hammer and you can do the compaction. Otherwise, in the bigger construction project, what we do, we get an instrument or we get a machine called as plate compactor or a monkey rammer. With the help of that, we'll try to run that over the bottom layer so that it will get compacted and you're going to get a uniform surface. So this instrument, what you can see here, right? So this is called as plate compactor. And in the same way, this is also plate compactor. So this is a plate compactor, and you can see a kind of an instrument here. So this one is called as monkey rammer. So I'll show you why it is called as monkey rammer, because when you start to when this machine starts to operate, it will jump like a monkey. So the moment it starts to jump, it's going to put a lot of vibration, and because of that, whatever excess soil you have which is not compacted, it will get compacted. So hence, once you start, it will start to run. Okay, this is called as monkey rammer, and this is called as plate compactor. You can use anyone. Always a monkey rammer is better compared to the plate compactor. In plate compactor, you will not get that much energy, whatever you get in the monkey rammer. But it depends which one you want to use. Okay, this is a plate compactor and a monkey rammer. So let me play a video of this. So try to see. I hope the video plays well. So look at this guy. This is how he's, making use of this plate compactor. So you're going to get a uniform surface. So this has to be done in each of the pit. Let us say you're done 20 footing excavation. In all the 20 footing, you have to take this machine, put it inside the pit and try to run over this. Okay. Again, this usually we use in the bigger construction project. Smaller construction project, with the help of the earth rammer, you can do the compaction. It is okay. Bigger construction project, we want better quality. And that is how the standard operating procedure is all about. So that is why we have to use that. Now this is monkey rammer. You can see, look how it's jumping here. So hence it is called as monkey. So monkey keeps on jumping. The same it will do here, and a better compaction is achieved here. Right. So I hope you have got an idea about how a PCC, this thing, how a earth has to be excavated and how a proper compaction has to be done. So in the next lecture, we'll try to see what is PCC, how a PCC has to be done. Before that, we need to understand one more concept. We'll see that in the next lecture. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.